I say to you, whatever you did for one of the least brothers of man, you did for me. The gospel of the Lord.
Today we celebrate the feast of the patron saint of our beloved parish, St. Martin of Tours, whose actual feast is this past Friday, November 11th. Who is this great saint, and what makes him so loved? For one thing, we can look at the beautiful stained glass windows of our church to get glimpses into his life. Martin was born in the year 316 in what is today Hungary, to a Roman Christian. And following the footsteps of his father, Martin enlisted in the imperial guard. And when he was stationed in Gaul, Martin experienced a vision, which became the most repeated story about his life. One day, as he was approaching the gates of the city of Amiens, he encountered a beggar. Martin impulsively cut his military cloak in half to share with the man. Later that night, Martin dreamed of Jesus wearing the half cloak he had given away. In that vision, he heard Jesus say to the angels, "Martin, who was still but a catechumen, clothed me with his robe." Martin was eventually baptized a Christian in 337. He eventually took up the life of a hermit. And after he brought the catechumen back from the dead, Martin developed this reputation of being a miracle worker. He was elected Bishop of Tours in 371, dedicating his efforts to spreading the gospel. He died in Pons, France, near Tours, on November 8th, 397. Here at the front of our church, we have this beautiful wooden image of our patron saint. He's quite regal looking with his red cloak and the armor he's donning. In fact, most images that we will find of St. Martin will have him dressed as a soldier, clad in armor or a uniform of some sort. We don't see armor like Martin's these days, but armor was meant to protect the person wearing it from arrows, swords, and other weapons wielded by the opponent. It was heavy and impenetrable. It was designed to absorb the enemy's blow so that the person wearing it wasn't weakened by the impact and could keep on fighting. As powerful as the armor worn by Martin was, he recognized that there was another type of armor that was even more powerful. This armor wasn't made of metal, nor could it even be seen by the human eye. This armor is stronger than anything man-made, because not even death could destroy it. Martin replaced his military armor with the armor of Jesus Christ. He first did this when he was baptized, and he did it again when he became a hermit, ordained a priest, and became a bishop. But in addition to this, as a Christian, Martin recognized that he had to put on the armor of Christ daily. Just as his earthly armor was meant to protect him from the attacks of his opponent, Martin recognized that he had an even stronger spiritual armor